All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Cecil Jones here, the Mr. Flip My Life, and also the apartment building tycoon, just coming in to answer the age-old question, how to flip houses with no money. Well, that's very interesting because about 15 years ago when I first got into the business, that's what I wanted to know. So it's kind of interesting to see how things come back full-fledged when I'm looking at it, to see that people are still asking that age-old question. Guys, the way that you flip houses without money is you have to find somebody that's truly motivated, truly desperate, someone who has to leave, someone who may have been through a divorce. I think one of the first properties I got was from a lady who needed to move out of state and was behind on her property, and I gave her back money for 2 months, 3 months, and helped her give some Christmas presents, put down $2,400 on an option, and actually bought the property about 4 or 5 months later, and made about 34 grand off of that property. So it's out there. It does work. Don't let anyone tell you that it doesn't work. Don't let anybody be a dream stealer, in your world, because this stuff does work. I'm someone who actually live it. I live it every day, and just want to help other people do the same thing. All right. I'm known for flipping houses. I'm known for being able to do all of the different ways of making money. And now I'm going to show you what I would do here. I actually just did one of these from someone on Craigslist, and they had a different question, but your question is how to flip it with no money. One of the places I'd say go is Craigslist, right here, right, and look for people who are in some type of situation, whether it's they're about to be foreclosed on, whether it's they have to move, they got sick, someone died, whatever the case may be. And actually I just set these up on another campaign, and I'll show you how to do it also. But this is let's just take it to a deeper level, because I'm about no fluff, no smoke screens, and no magic beans. So if you just want the real, let's do it. Okay, what I do right here, when I first got into this game, number one, I put an ad in the newspaper back in the days. It's like in 2006, and it said something just like, we buy houses, we'll take over your payment or your mortgage, and you can move out in a little of 7 days. I'm sorry, a little of 3 days, I think I put back then. And I started getting calls on that ad. So it's all about your marketing. So you don't have to have money. You just have to build a buyer's list of people who do have money. And, so that's why it's good to go out and reach out to other, what they call wholesalers. These are guys who are going to be out there also getting properties under contract. And it's good to talk to these guys. And on some other videos, I'll be showing you how to do this. I'll show you how to do it on a single family side as well as apartment building side, small apartment buildings, because it's really the same thing, just more zeros on the end of your check when you get it. But it's the same amount of effort. And a lot of people don't believe that they can flip or buy or control small apartment buildings, but it's the exact same thing. And that's pretty much what I'm on to teaching right now in my real estate investing. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to www.apartmentbuildingtycoon.com. Apartment Building Tycoon, TYCOON.com. And we'll go into that. But for this right here, for the sake of this video right here, I'm just going to show you what I do. So number one, you just want to interact and find out who the other guys are, who the other buyers are, because when you're buying with no money, it doesn't mean that there's no money involved in the game. It means that it's none of your money. So the first thing that I would do is, if I'm in Orlando, Florida, so just one of the things that I would do really quick, let me just show you this little trick here, is I would go to Google, right, number one, and I would go to this We Buy. Oops. Let's see. Google. I know you can't see up top right now, but let me move this so you can see it. Okay, we're going to put in google.com, right? It's going to bring us to Google here. And we're going to put in We Buy Houses. And you're going to put in whatever city, the state that you're in, right? So I'm in Orlando, so I'm put in We Buy Houses Orlando. Now, what's cool about this is that the serious guys, they're going to pop up. They're paying for advertising, and they knew how to get up on Google. So they either got on Google by paid advertising, which is this right here, wherever you see ad at. They paid for some Google advertising, pay-per-click is what it's called. And if they got up into this, what they call the map pack right here, these guys know what they're doing. Or they have somebody doing it for them. So what I would just immediately start doing is contacting these guys right here and just say, listen, I get, from time to time, I get some great deals coming through, and I'm looking to assign the properties. Would you be interested in a great deal? And then from that time, what you'd want to do is put them in your autoresponder, right? And so whenever a great deal comes, you'll be able to contact them. We'll do that in another video, show you all about the autoresponders, having your own website like this. You know, there's things that you have to do that you need to have going on for yourself. So I would come over to about, like to find out who I Buy Property Florida, who the owner is, right? So I found out this is Timothy Doyle here, and basically he's buying properties in Florida. So I would contact him directly. I would give him a call and just say, hey, I am a wholesaler in the area. I have some deals pending right now. Just want to know what your criteria is on properties, and if you're buying yourself or if you have your own list of buyers as well. I'd like to be able to do business with you. I am starting to get about 4 to 5 leads a week on my website, so I just want to be able to share in some business and be able to communicate with other guys in the business as well. And basically they'll give you their information, their criteria, what it is that they're looking for, and you file it away in your system. If you don't have a system, I'll show you something that I use in another video, so make sure you go over to www.apartmentbuildingtycoon.com, apartmentbuildingtycoon.com. You can even schedule a time in there. I got a little webinar there. Once again, I'm in the apartment buildings now, but I'll still do the single families and flip them over to investors that want it, because why let that money go by when I can take that income and it's added revenue coming into my business to do more marketing for my apartment building. See, in this building, in this business, when you know how to do things, I mean, there's different strategies and divisions in your company. And no matter what it is that you're doing in real estate, you should set up a company and you should have different divisions. One of those being buy and hold, one of them being wholesale. So, a lot of times when I hear people say, well, I don't wholesale and I'm not interested in that. Well, I think they're crazy, because why wouldn't you use that to bring revenue into your business to be able to do more marketing? Because this business is about marketing, sending out letters, talking to sellers, right? This is what it's all about. So that's definitely something that you should do. So you can do that over and over and over again. And as I set that up, that's one stream over there. And as I set that up, I would come over to another one of my little sites here, like this one here. Then I have lists of absentee owners, bankruptcies, cash buyers, free and clear. And I would come over and just click on, if I'm looking to do this with no money down, I'm telling you, you're going to have to spend some money on some bandit signs, some letters, postcards, something, website, something. So don't think it's just totally nothing. It means none of your money down in the deal. So let's just once again say I'm over here and I'm looking into, let's say, Orange County. Right? Orange County, Florida. And I am looking for, how about some people who have sold, like, let's say, do something here. Let's say from 1990 to 2000, right? We're going to hit apply for that, and I'm going to run a search. Now, if I want to go a little bit further, I could hit this right here, get a little bit more detail on the owner. By hitting this, I can put absentee. What if I just wanted people who were out of state, right? Type of owners, business, financial, government, trust. I'm going to leave it at all. Actually, you know what? On this one, I'm just going to do individuals. Get the mom and pops, right? You can do it by loan to value if I like. We could say, 50% to 100%. I click on property here, property types, whatever. We'll just leave that on all. Bedrooms all, baths all, square footage. I like to have nothing smaller than 1,200 square feet, and maybe that's or I can have it up to 1,800 square feet for this mailing here. I don't really care about the year built, and I can save this search for a future reference, which I don't have to right now. And then I just come over and hit search. Right now I'm going to have addresses of people who actually own properties here. All right, so I'm just going to let you see a little bit more in there. And this is how you started off, guys. This is how you started off. And I take a look at this right here. I see the name of the person. I see their mailing address. I see the property address. And I thought I put this for out of state. Maybe I didn't. And if I wanted to, I could save this to my probably I can get a little bit more information about the property. It's a 3-2, 1,624 square feet, built in '89, concrete block. That's what we like, as opposed to wood frame houses here in Florida. And transaction history, they bought this property. Was actually let me just see here. They bought it in 2000. Resale. This was a REO. They bought it from the bank for $115,000 in 2000. Right? They had a $70,000 loan on it. So there may be somebody that I want to save to my contacts right here. But I would send them a letter. So what I could do is, from this point, let's just say I want to send a letter to everyone on this page here. I might just come and I click on this to highlight every single thing right there, right? All of those. If I want to go to the next page, I can do so. There's 1,300 results right there. But just for the sake of this, I'm just going to show you this. I'm going to export it here. All right. It's trying to just get to the thing here. All right, I'm going to export it there. And you didn't see that part, but my list came down here. And I'm just going to take this list and I'm going to mail it out to everybody. All right. I'm going to get me some letters, some postcards. I'll show you in another video how I send out my letters, how I send out my postcards. And that's not the one that I wanted to come up right there. Where'd it go? Come over here and let me just check on my downloads. But that's what you do. You're going to start sending out. You got to start your own mailing campaign. You got to be in charge of. You got to take control of that. So with that being said, guys, I'm not going to keep going too much further in that. You're going to take that list that you download and you're going to send out letters. So everybody on that list, you can send out letters for 50 cents. So I would encourage you to get a bunch of either postcards or envelopes. And I got a letter too that I'll be showing in another video. But if you'd like to see that stuff, you can once again go over to www.apartmentbuildingtycoon.com. And once again, if you want to take the same amount of energy and do this with small apartment buildings from 5 to 50 units, I'd be more than glad to coach you and mentor you on that also. All right. So that being said, this answers the age-old question of how to flip houses with no money. Look forward to sending you some real great value. Remember, guys, never any fluff, no smoke screen, or no magic beans. This is Mr. Flip Your Life right here, and the Apartment Building Tycoon signing off. Look forward to adding more value to you later. Bye-bye.